Hi everyone, and welcome to Almost Cancelled. I'm Peter, and this is Connor.
Hey guys.
We're going to talk about BrainDead Season 1, Episode 6. It's called, and this is the full title, as always, Notes Toward a Post-Reagan Theory of Party Alliance, Tribalist and Loyalty, passed as Prologue.
Do you know what? I always forget how long these titles are until you say the full title, the way you say it there. And it's like, oh shit, yeah, they're ridiculous.
I tell you what, I don't think, not only is it long, but I don't think any episode titles, or titles of anything that I've ever seen has had as many, like, commas and colons and, like,
It's because they are like essay titles and stuff like that, aren't they?
yeah, but they're all full of, like, little grammar, touches, and it's like,
Uh,
titles
you,
shouldn't
you're,
be long
you're
enough.
usually lucky if you get an apostrophe.
Yeah, titles should not be long enough that they necessitate all of this. But yeah, so Brain Dead episode 6, and full spoilers as always. Although, first of all, let me just say, we did say last week that we would be a day earlier this week, but tech issues prevailed and prevented us from putting the episode up yesterday.
Yeah.
So apologies for that. It's also bad news that I now have to tell you that next week the episode will be at least 2 days late because Connor's moving house. So apologies for that too. However,
It's a really rough streak of issues, isn't it?
it's a rough, a bit of a rough patch right now. But let's talk about the episode, and well, that first 10-minute scene is really because the last episode ended, of course, with Laurel potentially getting the bugs in her ear.
Yeah, and we were saying, it won't be that bad.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. I mean, they fixed it,
Yeah,
fairly
sure, but
quickly.
the previously on song did a good job of saying, no, she's infected right now.
Oh yeah, it did. I enjoyed when the previously on song said, "This is not meant to happen to the main character."
Yeah, that's good.
That was good. And as much as I knew that she was going to be the one where they find a way of fixing
Yeah,
it,
sure, because she's the main character.
but yeah, that was good fun. So you had the opening scene in which Gustav, because we see him run over in the end of the last episode because he realizes it's the flowers that FBI guy brought over that have got the bugs in them, and he's banging the door and she's there and it's like, oh no, bugs. Then Rochelle comes over and they came up with this theory because it's not, they've not taken over quite yet. It's in this phase where our head might explode because they're trying to take over.
Yeah.
And they came up with the theory that because they invade the left side, she should use the right side of her brain to combat them. And if you're not familiar with how the right and left side of your brain works, the right side is more to do with art and like music and like
Creative stuff.
yeah, whereas left is more logic and critical thinking.
Yeah.
So their plan is to they blast music, they give her chocolate and nice things and tell her not to think. All of this was very amusing, by the way. When they
It
were
was.
putting
Just
on the
them all
music.
dancing around, like her just chugging whiskey from the bottle.
Yeah, chugging whiskey. It was the moment that got me at this point was when Rochelle and Gustav just started dancing as well, like to get her into it,
Yeah,
because they really put some effort into this dancing.
they really did.
So good fun there. And then they realised that the one last thing that falls into this side of the brain would be sex. So Laurel's got her laptop up and she's watching some porn.
Yep.
But as luck would have it, Gareth, the chap's on the front door.
To be fair, he did phone, and they were just like, nope, nothing's happening.
Oh yeah, of course. Like, he had a reason to go over there. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
like totally random, but I did like immediately laugh. See when the door opened and he was just standing there. I
You knew
immediately
exactly
laughed.
where it was going, didn't you?
Yes. Well, I didn't know exactly where it was going. There's some specifics here that I
Okay,
cannot.
okay.
I cannot have
Couldn't have
predicted.
predicted those, no.
I cannot have predicted the chocolate and the salami. During the sex, I was cracking up so much as Gustav and Rochelle were like putting them close together and like, sort of edging it on and.
And they're just sat outside the door waiting.
Yeah. In fact, him diving to catch the bug as well when they all leave was pretty funny. No, the opening 10 minutes of this was proper rollicking.
It was really great.
Yeah, probably the best like sort of 10-minute chunk of the show so far.
That's probably fair to say, yeah.
So no, that was really good. Now, however, the funniest moment for me in this entire episode is actually a reference to this later, when Laurel and Gareth are talking about it and about it being weird, and Laurel saying, like, yeah, I'd like to go on a normal date. And then Gareth says, but we can't because you told me to go faster whilst eating chocolate and a salami. I want a t-shirt with that sentence on it, please.
That is a t-shirt waiting to be made.
You told me to go faster whilst eating chocolate and a salami.
It's such a strange combination of foods anyway.
Well, it's strange enough to be eaten during sex like that.
Well, yeah, okay, so it's strange enough to be eaten during sex. It's strange enough to eat those two foods together in any situation.
Like,
But
at
put all
least,
that together.
like, yeah, during foreplay you might eat a strawberry or even a bit of chocolate. Yeah, that's not that weird that you might be having a romantic thing with some chocolates.
Yeah.
But it kind of goes away. You know, once, excuse the crudeness here, but once penetration is achieved, the chocolates are probably off to the side.
Definitely the salami.
Definitely the salami. Yeah, it's definitely the salami. I agree with that sentiment.
Yeah.
I've certainly never thought of adding salami to the because even types of fruit and veg, I can understand their presence in the bedroom. Like there might be a use for a cucumber or a banana to assist
Salami.
with things, but a salami. All right, let's move on. In other news, I love that Gustav finally like had the idea that these are aliens, that the bugs come from space, because when they cut it up, it still like moves, and I love the moment where he is like, "This means they must be from," and I love how Rochelle jumps in and is like, "Don't say it,"
Yeah.
because he's been coming up with crazy stuff all season. You know, the tinfoil stuff, the crazy conspiracy theories. He's been doing everything all season. So like, just her immediately, like, just like, nah, don't.
Do you know what? I'm really glad about this episode because it answered the question that the start made me wonder.
What was that?
Because the whole thing is they got rid of the brain, right? Like that part of the brain, and they hate the creative stuff. So why do they like the song?
Ah, well, yeah, that's what
It
I
was
just
bugging
began
me,
to.
no pun intended,
Yeah.
for like the rest of the episode.
But then, of course, Rochelle then comes to accept the possibility that they might be from space when she does a little bit of research, and it turns out the song they've been listening to has a similar like melody to the sound that this like constellation makes in space. Like I can't remember exactly what the site said that makes the sound. I don't know.
It's to do with the stars and the light waves and stuff, I think.
Whatever, but it sounds like the song, and I mean, I think you could hear it right away as soon as you heard this noise, and then she like puts the song on to compare it and keeps coming back and forth, and it's like,
Did I tell you like a couple weeks ago the story about that song when I was at Star Wars Celebration? I can't remember.
I don't remember if you did.
We went up early in the morning, and so we got to the thing, and like this was before everything was set up, and that song was blasting out over the speakers. And me and my friend who also watches the show just looked at each other and was like, aliens are in charge here.
It's funny, I didn't really know that song before this show, so I will certainly forever
Associated
associate
with
it
this now,
with,
yeah.
with aliens, yeah. Dear, so that's fun. I liked how Rochelle was getting some of her own scenes. Like she had that scene, she had the scene when she was out jogging, and she like, the other people were running past her with the like. She's getting a bit of her own time now as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
So we've actually built a supporting cast out of her and Gustav, and obviously, brother and Gareth. Do you know what scene I really liked in this episode? Because we've never really seen them interact. It was Laurel and Tony Shalhoub's character. I can't remember his character's name. Red. There you go. Thank you. Because we've never really seen them interact.
No, we don't, because they always go through people to
Yeah.
get to each other, don't they?
So him bringing her into the office and like they're sort of sparring, and her being like, "Oh, so you don't drink alcohol? Why are you not doing this?" Because another big plot point of this episode, of course, is once she gets rid of the bug, she thinks she can use it on her friend and try and get her dance and all that. But this is when we discover, and this is another big plot point. They really give us a lot of big stuff in here in terms of the overall plot. We find out that once they've taken over, like there's no getting them back.
I think this one was quite obvious for the rest of us. Like, obviously, she didn't have the information, but we've seen them push out the brain, well, which we now know is the right side of the brain.
Yes, and obviously, I mean, once half your brain's gone, you need
Yeah.
they didn't know getting it back. But you know, like that was like a big deal here as we found that out, and oh dear, well, gives them something to fight for.
I really liked the way her friend, air quotations there, spoke to her. You know, where it was like, we.
Yeah, was she? Because up until this point, I wasn't sure if there was like a sentence like that. Because obviously before we got the idea that it elevated their own character traits. You know, like Red became even more of a like conservative Republican and really like harsh with everything. The woman that works under, she became more of an extreme Democrat. Like it elevated their own personalities. So I wasn't really necessarily sure before if there was like a sense of, oh, there is an invasion, but they're all in cahoots, whereas now it seems like there is something like that because she said we, and she was not speaking as her, she was speaking as the thing
and she was like, oh, what government? There isn't one anymore, sort of thing.
Yeah, so that was very interesting.
Speaking of government, we had crop circles.
We had crop circles made out of the districts for voting. Yeah. And yeah, that was.
It looks insane.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with that. They're messaging back to their home fleet. I don't know.
But that's the thing. Who sees it?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Unless you have the information and draw it out, like she did, it's not like physical crop circles.
The formation just must mean something to them.
You'd assume so, because like he says, that it doesn't benefit the Republicans. It benefits them more. So, why?
I don't know, but the plot is certainly thickening. We're getting a lot of different things. And of course, at the end of the episode, Laurel actually brings it up to Gareth and tells him about the bugs. Now, I'm sure you'll be reluctant to believe all this shit in the next episode, but I feel like pretty quickly he'll be on...
Lock him in a room for 10 minutes with Gustav.
But I'm pretty sure it won't be long before he's on Team Bug Hunting with Gustav, Rochelle, and Laurel. And we'll have a little squad try to take down the aliens.
Bug Squad.
Bug Squad. The Bug Busters.
Yeah.
Oh dear. No, that was a good episode.
That was. I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, it's been getting better gradually throughout the season. So, and we're just about halfway. It's 13 episodes. This was 6. So,
yeah,
it's nice that it's hitting a good level of quality that hopefully it can maintain for the rest of the season. And no, it was good. So, let us know what you thought in the comments below. Like and subscribe and all that jazz helps us out a lot. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Remember, we'll be a couple of days late next week with BrainDead. Not for all the other shows, there's people covering for things and whatever, but we need to wait on Connor for BrainDead. So.
And Killjoys.
And, well, Killjoys is going to be a week late, so.
That's true.
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.